Hey everybody, a little morning update. So this morning we had Jay Powell talk in Jackson Hole, and there's this real big disconnect between reality and what these guys say. So one of the things that these Fed presidents and such will say is they're literally trying to scare the shit out of people to stop them from doing certain behaviors, which will make inflation worse. So the market's down, but really, I don't understand what people thought he was going to say. He wasn't going to come out and say, oh, we're just going to lower rates in 2 months because that would completely negate everything they're trying to do. So, of course, he's going to come out and say, we're going to raise rates. Of course, he's going to come out and say, we're going to be really strong on inflation. We're going to keep at it. The reality is that one thing that's in every single speech and every Fed president's talking about is we will be data dependent. We will wait and see what the data says, and then we'll make up our mind. So I think people, like, I don't know who's selling today because I'm not selling anything today and none of my clients are. But you need to realize that if the data continues to be better than expected, which it should, because inflation is going to come down and that will increase, that will exponentially go faster the further along in time we're getting. All of a sudden they could say, well, we're going to be data dependent. Because we're data dependent, we're not going to raise rates, or we're going to lower rates, right? So I mean, everyone seems to get so worked up about what these Fed guys say, but they're trying to affect the economy with their words and then not actually having to be as um, strong with their actions, right? So the market's down. The inflation number came out this morning, which is really good. If the next inflation number in September comes in good, all of a sudden we'll see the Fed saying, oh, well, maybe we don't have to go all the way to 4% or whatever. But, I mean, it's not really a big deal. I would not change anything if, you're invested right now. And just as long as inflation keeps coming down, things will work out they're supposed to. But just remember, these guys are just, it's turned into a way more political role. And I think some of them like to be in the spotlight and be in the news. So they're going to say things, but there's a pretty constant message. It's like, yeah, if inflation keeps going higher, we're going to keep raising rates. If inflation goes lower, we're not going to raise rates. And it's pretty fucking logical. So people really need to just relax. And like I said, I think it must be hedge funds doing all the trading because we're not trading, that's for sure.